Sto utilizzando Google Translate per dire ai miei amici italiani. Congratulazioni per i miei amici italiani sulle elezioni di un nuevo Papa. Papa Francesco. Estoy usando el traductor de Google para decir a mis amigos que hablan español. Felicidades a mis amigos españoles sobre la elección de un nuevo Papa. Papa Francis.
All right, that was just a little tribute to the new Pope. I'm not Catholic, but I just wanted to congratulate my Italian friends who watch me, my videos over in Italy, and my Spanish friends who watch me from all over the Southwest and down through Mexico and that. I just wanted to congratulate them on a Spanish Pope and a new Pope for the Holy See. But anyway, all that aside, now it's time to get back to work on the horse. I've been going through some of my photographs of horses and movement and looking at the mane, how it reacts to the movement. And so now it's up to me to take what I've seen and start putting into play what I'm doing here. So it's time to get busy and quit talking. Well, the first thing I need to do is work on his arm. And try to get that to a point where it looks like a human arm instead of a stump. All right, I'm going to show you how to make the hair again. I did it before, but I've got my fingers off the camera, and what I do is I take this little groove right here between my nail and my soft part of skin, and I rub my thumb against my nose, and I use my thumb to do this with, and I take the natural oil from my nose, and then I put that groove right on the clay. I then start just weaving it back and forth like that, because hair is not straight, it tends to be groovy. and then it's just a matter of shaping it till it looks maybe something like hair, or mane in this case. Takes a little practice, but it's a little trick that I came up with long ago because I didn't want to have a bunch of little rolled pieces of clay to form the hair. I wanted to have just a little bit extra. Now, I start with the bottom part of the mane. In other words, right down here on the bottom part of the neck. And I start working up to the head, because it'll be like a shingles on a roof. One batch of hair is going to overlap the other batch of hair, and so I want to do that starting from down here at the bottom. The hair starts hanging out there by itself, but I'm going to try to make it easier on the foundry to cast it. And somebody asked me, why do I worry about something that might only cost a couple of dollars? Well, a couple of dollars, see, I take the cost of producing the clay, or the bronze, all the costs, that's including the base, the shipping, everything, and I add that to the selling price of the piece. And $10 could work out to be $100 by the time you get done doing the multiplier, so that you can make enough money to cover the cost of the bronze, make a little money for yourself, and then pay the gallery their commission. Most galleries will take a 40 to 50% commission, and so you have to work all that into your pricing so that you're not doing this for nothing. You got to make money, or else you can't continue doing what you want to do. Okay, here's another thing I do is when I start getting the longer hair, I take my thumb and I start about center of the rolled piece. I've made both ends narrow at both ends when I roll it. And I pull it up like this, carefully, turn it over, and I do the same thing from the center. And then I pull it up carefully, and then I fold it over so that I've got entwining hair just like that. I place it on the neck of the horse. And you see why I did it. That way. Makes a nice shape. Okay, I'm going to start having some of the hair come down here. And if you're not worried about the cost, then have the hair flying up here like this, just like that. Let's see, do another one. And I just might have a little bit flying up there like that, and I'm going to connect it to the other hair, just like there. And what they would do is they'd probably cut the mane off right there and make a mold of this separate, and that little window right there could be part of the mold, and they just have to split the rubber in a way that they can take it apart. But that's the thing, you got to think, how are they going to make the mold? And is what you're doing going to make it very hard for them? Now I can go into great detail and put veins in his face, but I gotta tell you, sometimes putting so much detail starts getting way too much. You want it to still look sculptural. You don't want it to be, well, it just depends on your taste. I prefer a more sculptural look to it. Not exactly perfect, but it's expressing a moment, not you're expressing a moment. I am anyway, and I don't feel like I have to have every sharp detail as if it was stopped in real life. I take real life and I interpret what I see or what I envision, and that's how I sculpt. Now I've lit my candle, and the reason I'm doing that is because my next step is to take this metal tool that has a kind of a rounded, pointed end on it, and I'm going to heat up the tip for seconds, and then I come and I just melt the clay together. And that way it seals it too. Sort of like the rubber tool, except this welds the clay, and then you can come back with your rubber tool and fine-tune the wire shape that has kind of a little point on the end of it. And this one's a good one too, because it's a narrow little loop, and I can just clean up the clay a little bit. My rubber tip tool again, and just do a little texture right there. Now see, I'm going to take this tool and I'm going to come down and press real hard at the end, split it, and make it look like the hair is spread out on the neck. Because I just put lighter fluid on the paintbrush, and what this does is it gets rid of all the little nodules and rough areas on the hair and sort of blends it even more. Alright, that's going to be the last that I'm going to do today, and I'll pick up tomorrow with the tail of the horse, and then it's going to be a matter of getting everything done, cleaning up on the hands, adding the spear, getting the feathers on the shield back on, and all that. So, till tomorrow, happy sculpting. And if you don't sculpt, have a great day.